Hello, chat. How are we all doing today? I stay hydrated, chat. That's important. Okay, go with Twyla. Decline her. I don't remember what was happening, but I do know that I wanted to, and I wanted to spend less time with Twyla, and to spend more time with Kroven, and I think this does have to do with something like that. Decline. What? I'm really sorry, Twy. I can't make it today. I know this is important, but someone's been getting been getting jealous. I've been spending so much time with you. But you can handle it without me, right? It's not like I've been much help to you anyways. Are you serious right now? Who even is it? I'm sorry, I'd rather not say. Seriously? Fine. I'll let you off this time, even with that weak-ass excuse. But don't let this happen again. I was able to get Twyla to let me off for today. Though, if she catches me outside today, she'll know something is up. So I guess I have to stay home for today. I walked downstairs, thinking about what I'd have for breakfast now that I didn't have to rush it anywhere. But when I reached the bottom, I was surprised to see Kroven was still home. Oh, you're still here? Do you want me to take us out for what? That's not what this says. Do you want me to make us breakfast? I can make French toast if you'd like. Hey, I just wanted to say sorry, Mars. I shouldn't have flipped at you like that yesterday. It's just, she makes me so mad. Hey, Kroven? Oh, okay, that's a weird phrase. Can we talk about Twyla? Can we not? Please, Kroven. I want to know why you hate her so much. Enough to yell at me for. Listen, it's really none of your business. It's not important why I hate her. You just need to know that I do. It is my business, especially since you don't even want me around her. I didn't even know you two knew each other. Is she like an ex of yours? Don't even imply that. You really think I'd go out with a person like that? Sorry, I shouldn't have made an assumption like that. Besides, don't you think that asshole has what? Besides, I don't think that asshole has even had what? Has even a single loving cell in that cold husk of a body. Especially since never mind. Can we please not talk about this? It's just gonna piss me off more. And if I'm honest, I'm getting kind of sick of having to apologize all the damn time. Look, if we're both going to be home together, can we not make a conversation about her? Come on. I'll do literally anything else. We can watch a movie, or, I don't know, let's play a board game or something. Wait, you're staying home today? Well, yeah, I mean, lots of our time together now is just me getting mad at you, and I thought that it was pretty unfair. It's not like I want to yell at you or anything, so, I don't know, I'd rather do something fun. I like to do something fun too. Can we play a board game like you said? I haven't played one in a really long time. I miss it. Yeah, sure. Whatever you want to do. Oh, yay! I hurriedly went into one of the little storage closets we had in the cabin. I wasn't even sure we had any board games here, but I was so excited I had to check. Ah, I found a little shelf full. And my favorite game from when I was a kid was here. I remember playing this game all the time when we were younger. Even though I haven't played it since, I'm sure Kroven hasn't either. It makes me wonder if my aunt and uncle kept it because they knew how much I liked it. That's probably silly to think. Either way, I hurried it back to one of the... What? I hurried it back out of the closet so we could begin playing. Is that Candyland? No, Land? What the heck? So if the Strawberry Shortcake Mayor is here, and I'm here, Mary, are you trying to strategize this? I don't know how much strategy is needed in Candy. It is Candyland! No, 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 I can do this. Uh, what are you doing? You just need to pick a card off the deck. Shh, you're gonna make me lose concentration. Alright. Kroven usually tends to beat me at games, even when they're based on pure luck. But I definitely can beat him this time. I just need to pick the right cards. So, are you gonna pick a card or what? I told you, shush! If you're not gonna pick one, I'm picking one up for you, Mars. Hey, no, I'll go. Wait, that may actually be a smart idea. I always lose at games, but Kroven usually has pretty good luck. If he picks my card for me, I may be able to win this after all. What if my luck knows I'm asking Kroven to choose, and then has him pick a bad card for me? Because it's technically still my turn, even if I'm asking him to draw the card. Actually, make Kroven choose. You choose. Me? Yeah, draw the card for me. I never win, but maybe I'll win because of you. Wait, what? That's not what that said. I never win, but maybe I will if you do it. You know it's the same card regardless of whether I draw it or you do, right? Just do it, please. Alright. I watched as Kroven picked up the card, anticipation stirring as he eyed the image on the front. Then he turned it around to show it to me. No way! The licorice lady's house is so far behind from where I am. I don't want to go all the way back there. Sorry, Marzi, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. He gave me a smirk as he took my pawn and moved it back to what might as well have been the start. Then he drew his own card. I win. What? No, wait, let me see. But it was true. He got a card with blue on it. But there was no blue spaces between him and the finish line, and since the finish space is rainbow colored, even when you draw for me, I still lose. Hey, don't blame me. Blame the cards. But it honestly didn't matter if I won or lost. I was just happy to be spending time with him again. Even he said that he had a fun time playing it. So we took out another board game. And another. Oh, I just hit the microphone. Sorry if you heard that. Then we got bored of that. We started watching movies together. He eventually seemed tired of it and just kind of scrolled through his phone while the movie played. But I was happy like this. It was like how things used to be when we would hang out together. I wish it could always be like this. Of course, we eventually had dinner and retired to our rooms. But he seemed so much happier than usual, or rather, he seemed the way he did before he lost them. That made me happy. Hey, are you there? It's late. I wasn't sure you were still going to message me tonight. I just had a busy day. Understandable. As did I. For some reason, I have a feeling our days were busy in different ways. That's probably true. You must be tired, then, after such a busy day. I guess so. Well, I won't keep you up longer than I have to. As long as you're safe, that's all that matters. Hoping to see you soon. Good night, Mary. Go to bed. It's been a few days. I haven't heard a lot from Twyla, but I guess that's expected. Oh, okay. She doesn't really update me on our situation, but I guess that's alright. She seems to have everything under control, I guess. She only really calls me up when she needs me for other things. Other times, we just happen to run into each other. But I'm okay with that. Really, I am. This is a really big thing after all, and it is kind of her thing more than it is mine. Like, I'm kind of just the sidekick in all this. I know it's really important, not just to her. So I try not to add more stress on her shoulders. Even if I know I get on her nerves sometimes. I wish these weren't so expensive. I mean, I know I'm not poor, but with these prices, I will be. Was that my phone? It is. It's a text from Twyla. Does she need me for something? It's a good thing I'm already out, if that is the case. Hey, Mary. You there? Yeah, I'm here. I'm really sorry about the other day. I was really caught up with something important, so it's fine. I was able to do it myself. Don't worry about it. Are you sure? Yeah. I have a question for you, although it is kind of last minute. Do you want to come over for dinner tonight? Whoa, really? I mean, sure, I guess so, but why do you ask? It is kind of sudden after all. Yeah, I know. It's kind of like a family dinner thing. I wasn't going to invite you, but then my uncle suggested I do so. Since you've been helping me out so much, he thought it would be the polite thing to do. And he's right. That's why I'm inviting you now. You don't have to say yes, but again, it was just the polite thing to do. Well, yeah, I can come. It sounds really nice. Thanks for inviting me. So you're coming then? Alright, I can have my driver pick you up. Send me your address and I'll forward it to him so you can expect him around 6-ish. Oh, that won't be necessary. I'm just gonna be at the cemetery again. Really? Yeah. It's just easiest. Whatever. Just make sure you're ready. Dots. When the time came, I was waiting at the cemetery like I said I would be. I recognized the car and license plate from the last time we drove together and got in. The chauffeur was the same too. He didn't say a word to me and I didn't say a word to him. It was a very quiet drive as we made our way to Twyla's house. I forgot how big her house was. Holy shit. Upon arriving, it had already turned dark. I noticed that the fountain in front of her house had been lit up. It cast a very elegant glow all around. I also noticed there was quite a few cars in her driveway, or parking area? I don't know how to describe it. It was large and made of bricks, and there were lots of cars there. That's what made me kind of nervous. I know she said it was a family dinner, but this seemed like a lot of people. Would I really be okay here? Is that what that said? Pretty much what that said. Okay. It already seemed like I didn't belong. I got out of the car, and it drove off as soon as I closed the door behind me. I guess I had no option to turn back now. I climbed up the stairs, and upon making to the top, rang the doorbell. Without even being inside, I could hear all the commotion going on within. Without even hearing her come to the door, she opened it suddenly. And quite honestly, I didn't expect to see her dressed like that. Did she get hair extensions or something? Whoa. Oh, you made it after all. I was beginning to think you canceled on me. Was there a lot of traffic, or was my driver late getting you? No, but you're dressed a lot more fancy than I anticipated. Here, come inside. I don't want to let the bugs in by keeping the door open. As I stepped inside, there were many people, all talking and chatting. Some had glasses of whatever alcohol it was. Some had little plates with them. But all of them were dressed extremely formally, like party formal, the type of stuff you wear to weddings or extravagant sweet 16s. Twyla, this is so embarrassing. You didn't tell me people were gonna be dressed like this, or that there was going to be so many of them. I feel so embarrassed. Why didn't you tell me? I would have at least dressed up more. Oh, don't be dramatic. You're fine. You're dressed semi-formally all the time anyways. I have to go make sure dinner is running smoothly. But you can do whatever you want until then. Just as long as you're not snooping through my things or anything. Wait, can't I just stay with you? You're the only person I know here, Twy. No offense, but you'll just get in my way. I would take full offense to that. You'll be fine, though. See you during dinner. Twyla left shortly after that, leaving me to wonder why I had agreed to come to this in the first place. Then when she said family dinner, I guess I imagined something much different. Yeah, I imagined it would just be her household. yeah, quaint event with some extended family and a nice meal. This was definitely some sort of party she was throwing. I don't know how many of these people were actually family, but I think it was more than obvious that I wasn't. I felt like everyone was staring at me. It brought back bad memories of mine. I tried to find some place where I could sit and not bother anyone until dinner was ready. Eventually, I found the couch in her living room was surprisingly empty and took a seat. I tried to look as formal and small. Not formal. I tried to look as normal and small as possible. I already didn't feel welcome here, and I didn't want to take up any more room than necessary. I tried to stay on my phone for the most part, but it felt rude to be doing so. Did that say tried? Yeah. Even though I wasn't talking to anybody anyways, it just felt inconsiderate to be on my phone. Putting it down didn't really help how I felt, though. Although I didn't join into any conversation, I did hear one that caught my attention. Don't give me that look, you know this place. The bookstore on 4th, run by the old guy. Oh, that one? Bookstore? On 4th? That was the bookstore Twilight and I went to. What happened with all that anyways? I read the newspaper about it, and... Newspaper? You didn't just watch it on TV? Nah, I prefer to sit and read with some coffee. Anyway, like I was saying, they confirmed his death the other day. Really? Wasn't he brought to the hospital? Hell if I know, the article didn't say. All it said was that he was found with multiple stab wounds, bleeding out on the floor of his own store. I don't even think they found him until morning, but they estimated he died around closing times. I didn't hear about a hospital, but it seems he's dead now regardless. I felt heartbroken. That was the bookstore owner Twy made me distract. I didn't even hear of his death. How long ago was it? Did I miss it? Did they have a funeral already? He was so nice to me, though. But his store was so empty. Was he all alone in the end? Is this my fault? Does death follow me now? Who's going to be the next to die? Deep in my own thought, I almost tuned out their conversation. But then I heard another thing that made me snap back into it. Is he even here at all? I haven't seen him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't. Not like he does anything anymore anyways. Denzin was always pathetic. Maybe he's finally realizing that. Denzin? That's Twy's uncle, right? You sure you want to be saying that so loud? What if he is here, and hears you? Does it matter? Not like we'll get kicked out or anything. I guess that's true. I thought it was pretty cruel of them to be talking about him like that. I know I don't know him really, but I can't help but feel bad for him. They're talking so cruelly about him and in his own house. I hoped he wasn't here, and if he was, I hoped he didn't hear anything. I can't imagine hearing someone talk about me like that in my own home. Well, actually, oh, is dinner ready? People around me start to leave into the next room. The thought of having to sit at a dinner table with them made me feel nervous. I thought about just staying in here instead, but... In the end, I got up and followed them into the dining room. Upon entering, it felt very different than the rest of the house. Twyla's house was classy, but formal. That's not what that said at all. Colorful, not formal. But this room was drenched in white. The only thing to offset was the brown long dinner table in the center. And what a long table it was. It felt like the kind you saw in movies. People began to sit. Hastily, I looked up for Twyla. On one end of the table, I noticed that Denzin was here after all, and he took a seat. I hoped those talking bad about him weren't near. On the other end, I caught sight of Twyla beginning to pull her chair out. She saw me. I think she must have sensed how nervous I was because she gestured me over to her. Oh, thank goodness. But I made my way over there as quickly, but also as politely as I could. I was planning on taking a seat next to her, but another man got there before I did and sat down. Well, shit. So I just took the one next to him. I was still in talking distance of Twyla, so I was okay with it. People began to talk, as well people do, and I started to tune out of their conversations again. That is until I was brought into the conversation. She's a bit freaky looking, ain't she? You get used to it. Oh, who, me? Yeah, look at me for a sec. I can't look in those eyes too long. It'll freak me out. Oh, yeah. I would get that a lot. You ever thought about auditioning for a horror movie? I bet they'd do something great with a face like that. She would fit in well. She would fit in well to one. After all, she can talk to ghosts. Ooh, is that so? Oh, yeah, kinda. I've only done it a few times, but yeah. Really? Show me then. Oh, I can't. You should show him. I think it would be a neat party trick. I would, but it only really works when I'm sleeping. It seems like... Oh, sure it does. Come on, Mary, show them what you can do. At this point, people were sitting across... The people sitting across from us seemed pretty interested too. I don't know. I mean... The atmosphere here isn't right for it, and I don't think... Oh, come on. Not even for me? Poor man with a late mother? You wouldn't even give him the chance to speak with her again? It's not that I don't want to, it's just... I've seen you do it before. Surely you can push yourself a little harder. Surely if you push yourself a little harder, you can do it right now. I wasn't sure what to do. Everyone was looking at me. I didn't want to embarrass Twyla or myself, but if I pretended to do it, then I'll just embarrass myself farther. They'll just think I'm a fake. I don't know what to do, but I have to decide soon. Be honest and refuse, pretend to do it. Be honest and refuse. I'm sorry, I really can't. There's certain conditions I need met, and this isn't really a place I can do it. Sure. First it was that blue-haired guy, now this redhead chick. Jeez, Twilight, you sure seem to attract a lot of useless people, don't ya? Perhaps I do. Is that why you're here sitting next to me then? Youch, got me there. The people who were looking at me before now turned back to their earlier conversations, but they gave me a bit of a snicker before they did so. I could tell they probably thought I was just some crazy girl or something. I wished I could have been a ghost myself right then. Dinner was delicious, but it was hard to enjoy while I was trying to swallow my embarrassment at the same time. At least I didn't have to talk to anyone during it. After what felt like forever, the party finally ended, and I asked Twyla if she could call her driver for me again, or at the very least, where the closest bus stop was. I had hoped I hadn't missed my bus back home. Twyla did so, but just as I was about to leave, she told me, "Don't embarrass me like that again." And she shut the door behind me. I felt like dying. At the very least, I was able to get home safe. Hi again. You were late again. Another busy day? Yeah. I went to a friend's for dinner. How did that go? It could have been better. I feel like I embarrassed myself. It's something that happens to all of us. I wish I could eat dinner with my parents again. One day soon. That they are safe, right? Not just alive, but they're fed and warm? I believe so. What's that mean? Don't concern yourself with it. Oh, this again. Just as long as I can see them safe again. The day is approaching. And will I see them? You will. Good night, Mary. It's been a few days since then. I think Twyla's been doing well in the investigation. At the very least, when I message her about it, she tells me it's fine. Since Twyla hasn't really been the one initiating our conversations, I've been trying to. But it's usually only a few short messages, and then the conversation didn't really go further than that. I'm sure she's just busy, though, and I know that if she needs me, she'll call me. So I just wait until she needs me. But I've talked enough about that already. I had a nice day by myself, actually. Sometimes it's nice to just return to the cemetery for a normal day after so much chaos. I made sure I put at least one flower on every grave today, though I haven't talked to any of them. I had considered doing it, but like the others tell me, it's probably not a good idea to fall asleep in public places, especially when there is a killer on the loose. So I decided I wouldn't do that today. And that's not what happened, though. I truthfully didn't mean to fall asleep. I didn't. But when I sat back against the mausoleum, when I sat back against the mausoleum we have after being outside and on my feet all day, well, I was just so tired. I didn't even realize I fell asleep. Until I woke up to the sound of rain. I was surprised to not have any strange dreams this time, but this was a big problem. Only the roof trim of the mausoleum was keeping me safe from the rain. And it was pouring. And even worse still, it was night. The only light I could see was from the street lamps at the outside of the cemetery. Oh dear. How could I have slept so long? Well, I couldn't stay hiding here all night. I took a big breath and ran across the cemetery to the street. Luckily, the gate wasn't locked. Again, I was surprised, but thankfully, as it meant, I would not have to find some other way out. Once I was on the sidewalk, I noticed the street lights. They were the only lights on. Everything else seemed closed. How late was it? I didn't want to pull my phone out in the rain to check, but by any means, I had most definitely missed the last bus back home. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I had to find shelter first. I ran through the rain, trying to find anything that was open. It wasn't long before I felt my shoes filling with water. I get a cold out here I get a cold out here too long, and the rain showed no signs of letting up. But I knew there just had to be anything open. And eventually, I made it somewhere. It was the movie theater. Thank goodness. I rushed myself inside and took a seat beside the posters, waiting to dry off and taking my phone out. Just as I had suspected, it was pretty late. Knowing the usual times of the cinema, I could tell it wasn't going to be open much longer. What do I do? Even though I wasn't sure how he could help me right now, I had to at least try calling up Kroven. Why isn't he picking up? Mary? Oh, he picked up, thank goodness. I was starting to get worried. I'm having a bit of a problem right now. What is it? Well, you see, I kind of fell asleep in the cemetery, and I only woke up a few minutes ago. And it's raining really bad right now, and I missed the bus. So, I don't know, I was hoping maybe you could help me out somehow. No can do, Mary Moo. Didn't I tell you? Tell me what? Mary, I'm like not even home right now. I'm not even close. Huh? Where are you then? I'm like out of the city right now, Mary. I had these plans with friends. It doesn't matter. I swear I told you. Well, I don't remember. Look, the bottom line is there's no way I can help you from here. What am I supposed to do then? Mary, I don't know. I heard his frustrated sigh through the phone. I couldn't see it, but I could tell he was pinching the bridge of his nose. Where are you right now? I'm at the movie theater, but I think it closes soon. Alright, well, do you have anyone else you could call up? Maybe stay with them tonight? I mean, I guess so. Awesome, great. Sounds good then. Look, Mars, I gotta go, okay? Call up one of your other friends. I'm sure one of them will come get you. All right then, good night. I heard the click of Crovin hanging up the phone. Call up one of my other friends? Well, there's only 2 of those. Who should I go with? I want to spend more time with Reggie. We're gonna call Reggie. Good old Reggie. I tried dialing Reginald's number, but there was no answer. I tried again, just in case, but there was still no answer. Well, shit. Call Twyla. I called up Twyla. I heard the phone ring a few times, then she picked up. She sounded angry, although she didn't sound like she was asleep before I called her. Mary, what are you calling me for? Don't you know what time it is? Yeah, I know. That's kind of my problem. It's a long story, kinda, but I missed my bus home and I need a place to stay tonight. I was hoping maybe... Are you serious? Yeah. Ugh, fine. But you owe me. Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. I'm, in a movie theater. Let me guess, by the cemetery? Yeah, how'd you know? I'll be there soon. Okay, thank you again. Twyla came to pick me up this time herself. By that, I mean she was driving the car. She was driving this car this time rather than having someone drive for her. She was fully dressed, but I couldn't tell if she changed out of pajamas just to pick me up. She seemed a bit annoyed picking me up, so I made sure to thank her again. The drive to her house was silent except for the rain. Luckily, there wasn't really anybody else on the roads tonight, and we got to her house safely. Stepping inside the house, it felt a lot more calm, like the first time I visited. I definitely preferred this to the liveliness of the party a few days ago. Although I must admit, when there's hardly anyone here, it does feel empty. Twyla's home had less doors and more archways. And passing one, I noticed the TV on. Was her uncle in there? Is everyone up so late? I followed Twyla upstairs to her bedroom. It was my first time seeing it, and it was a bit different than I expected. A lot more cluttered than I thought it would be, I guess. Not overly cluttered, but Twyla never really struck me as the type to collect clutter, but you learn something new every day. Sounds like her uncle is a minimalist and she's a maximalist. Well, here's my room. You'll be sleeping here with me, but I actually have to head back out. Really? In this weather? Why? It's a personal matter. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, I see. Okay then. You can borrow some of my pajamas in the dresser and use my shower if you like, and eat from the kitchen. But again, I'm trusting you not to look through my things. Oh yeah, of course, I'd never. Good. I'll be back soon. I really hope the microphone is not picking up the sounds of my broken Rubik's Cube. I apologize if it is. And then she left back downstairs again, leaving me here alone. I wasn't sure how long it'd be until she'd be back. I feel pretty weird sleeping in her room without her here. What should I do? Take a shower, look up the books, go to the kitchen, go to the living room. She said not to go through her stuff. Take a shower, you probably stink like shit. Okay, never mind. Maybe I shouldn't just yet. I don't want to take a shower until I'm ready to get changed. I'd feel weird walking around Twyla's house in her pajamas. Okay, fine, look at books. Twyla's But surely the stuff out in the open didn't count. She had a few books splayed out, so I decided to give them a look. It wasn't the reading material that I was used to seeing Twyla with. Investigating the town that disappeared overnight. That one kind of makes sense. Or even expecting to see in her room at all. But it's interesting too. Maybe she's trying to branch out and try new things. I wish I could be more like that. Maybe I'll try to branch out more too. Take a shower, look at books. Go to the kitchen. I thought to look in her kitchen. She said I was allowed after all. I headed back downstairs and into the kitchen. It was dark, but I wasn't sure where the light switch was. Was it Twyla's dinner party... Was Twi's dinner party prepared all in here? It seemed like a small kitchen compared to the amount of guests that were here for it. Was dinner really made here? Probably not best to question it. If I know anything, it's that Twyla works in mysterious ways. I wonder what she had in here, though. I've never really seen Twyla eat aside from the dinner party a few days ago. Well, I guess there's one way to find out. I opened Twyla's refrigerator, and to my surprise, there wasn't much at all. Even with that giant party they had, there were no leftovers? Or did they eat them all? Did they eat them? Did they eat them already? Still, there was a lot of empty space. There was a bowl of Cheerios, some gallons and bottles of water, and a leftover pizza box? Huh. I checked the freezer too, out of curiosity. There were 2 slabs of meat I couldn't quite recognize, and a tub of vanilla ice cream. Well, if anything, I don't think there's anything I want here. I closed the fridge and looked in the pantry, but again, there still wasn't a lot. There wasn't much else in here. I thought about heading back upstairs, but I could hear the living room TV playing from the next room. And it was playing a familiar voice. I know that game show. I entered the living room and made my way to the other side of the couch from where Denzin had been sitting. I didn't really say hello as I entered, just kind of plopped myself on the other side of the couch from where he was. He already knew I was here, and it felt kind of awkward to be saying hello so late into my stay. This is Peril, right? Yes. I used to watch this game show all the time with my dad. I was never really good at it, but my dad was. I think he could have won if he got on it. That's so? Yeah. Do you think you'd be good at it? Could be. Not confident I'd come out on top though. Don't say that. I'm sure you could win, probably. I mean, you have such a nice house. Surely you have to be a smart and hard worker to afford it. Sorry, was that rude? You have a point, I suppose. But I don't exactly feel working hard equates to knowing the most popular doll line 9 years ago, or knowing how fast a horse is. Yeah, I guess that's true. Our small talk pretty much ended there, and we continued to watch the show in silence, only piping up to guess an answer or two. It was a bit strange, but nice too. It's like in its own weird way. Okay. I'm probably gonna end the stream soon. It's been over an hour, so. Like a childhood sleepover. Eventually I heard Twyla come back home again. She walked right past us and straight upstairs. I heard her open the door to her room, stop, and then walk back downstairs. And then she joined us in the living room. What are you watching? Peril. You like that show? No offense, but I didn't really take that as something someone like you would enjoy. Alright, and the next subject is graveyards for 300. Hey, you should be good at this one. Oh, maybe. A broken column-shaped headstone is used to represent what? Well, which is it, Mary? Oh, I think that's... Life cut short. Broken columns represent life that ended early. That's why it's broken. Because you weren't able to reach old age, like how the column was broken before it got to the top. At least that's what I've heard. The contestant answering said something similar to what I said. That is correct! Huh, nice job. Oh, thanks, I think. Alright, let's head to bed now then. I don't want you sleeping in too long tomorrow morning. Oh, okay. Good night, Denzin. Good night, girls. I followed Twyla upstairs and into her room again. She handed me some spare pajamas. I took her up on her offer to use her shower and headed to the bathroom before I got changed. Her bathroom was really clean. Cleaner than mine, anyways. She didn't have any toothbrushes or clutter on the sink. Maybe there was another bathroom they used more often? Taking showers in someone else's house is always weird. But the shampoo had a really nice smell to it. Strangely enough, I don't recall smelling this on Twyla ever. Not that she smelled dirty or anything. Twyla always had a cleanliness to her, but this shampoo didn't seem to match hers. I got changed into Twyla's pajamas. They fit pretty comfortably, though I expected that since we are two small girls. When I returned to Twy's room, the lights were already off, but she was clicking away on her laptop. I noticed on the floor she had left a blanket and a pillow for me. I didn't really want to just sleep on her rug, but I wasn't going to argue with her hospitality. I cuddled into it and tried to get comfortable. What are you typing? Nothing. Are you messaging someone? No. Does it have to do with the investigation? That's none of your business? Oh, but I'm helping you, aren't I? Yes, and I appreciate it, but there's parts of it I need to do on my own. Why does it have to be a secret? Wouldn't I be able to help you more if I knew? No. Like I said, I appreciate your help, but I don't want you getting in the way. But what if I knew something? Something that could help? Something that could point us in the right direction? I already have my direction. I just need proof. You're certain that Reginald really did it? Who? Reginald? The guy you told me to stay away from? Yeah, I know who he is. I'm absolutely positive it was him. How can you be so sure of that? I don't understand how you can be so decisive over it, especially when you don't have any proof. I'll get it. And then you'll know why you shouldn't doubt me. Alright then. Twilight, do you want to be a detective? Do you want to be a detective? Is that why you're doing this? And working so hard for it? Not necessarily. I just want my city to be clean. Wouldn't you want to be a police officer or something then? Oh god, no. Even if the police weren't morons, I still wouldn't want to be part of them. Are you like a vigilante then? What's with all the stupid questions? Sorry. What will we do after we catch him then? What do you mean? We'll hand him over to the police. So that's when the police step in. Yeah, they're the ones who need to arrest him after all. We just take care of it until that point. I see. And then? And then what? And then what about after that? What do you mean? There's nothing after that. It'll be done. That's it? There's nothing else you want to solve? Nope. You say that as if it's common to chase down murderers. Well, no, I mean, I don't know, our friendship is pretty much built on solving mysteries, so, what? We aren't friends. Yeah, you kinda are. We're not? No. I mean, if you want to refer to me as being your friend, that's fine. But it's important you know, I don't see you that way at all. I don't plan on talking with you anymore once this is over. You don't? Like, maybe if I need you for something. But otherwise, there's no point in continuing this alliance. What, you're not upset by that, right? I thought I made it pretty clear that I was just being polite to you. No, I'm just really tired. Same. I need to sleep. I think I'll sleep now. Good night. Okay, let's end the stream. I'm tired. No, that's the wrong button. It's a little darker because I closed the curtain halfway. I'm really tired. My brain hurts. My eyeballs are sore. Eat food, drink water, take your meds, take care of yourself, all that stuff. See you later. Bye. And hello, VOD watchers. Love y'all.